Good morning. Happy Sunday. I guess good afternoon. We're here. It's noon kickoff football Sunday. We've got week 10 coming at you. And today we're considering the inquiry of whether or not we have found the referee of the year. You know, people are excited after a good day of Saturday football. I don't know if you watched college football yesterday. Buckeyes had a good fight with Purdue. Looking like they are just going to be unbeatable this year.
There was a point in the third quarter where they were like time of possession. It was like Ohio State 27 minutes, Purdue like 11. And I was like, you're getting belt to you know what for 3 quarters and you've barely touched the ball still. I was like, that is so bad.
Oh, it was, and that was just our game. The one that I want to highlight real quick, because everybody's saying this could be play of the year. One hell of a catch. People counted Penn State out. I was shocked they did that, but don't get me wrong, Indiana, hell of a force. But we had a great game with Indiana and Penn State, and a catch by Omar Cooper Jr. in the back. They're calling it. So this moment right here, it was a great one. They're calling this catch of the year. All right, happens fast, but that's why this is such a highlighted moment. This, slowing down milliseconds.
I mean, that ref, wow.
Bingo.
Yeah.
It's
really
the ref
bad.
worth highlighting. This moment happens in an instant, and he gets the call right.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was hyper-focused on one of the coolest catches we've seen in, football this year, and I got to hand it to Jack Mack. He's the one that pointed it out to me, and it was a fun take.
Referees, give him a bonus. Look how locked in this ref is. I've never seen a ref highlight like this in my life. Absolutely generational performance by this ref. Say his name. Omar Cooper had the catch of the year.
His name.
He's Indiana undefeated. But Josh Dasher, what? Calling it a touchdown on the field as well when everyone else thought it was incomplete. He said touchdown, give him a bonus. I'm often hard on the referees, but look at this footwork. Look at it. He's locked in. What a catch, by the way. But Josh Dasher, say his name. Legend.
You know, he was getting texts all night saying, like, dude, that was a great call.
Right.
Yes. That's the highlight of your game.
Your whole career.
Yeah.
That's the highlight of your career. So a great game that comes down to a field goal, 24-27. Mm-hmm. Indiana being one of the powerhouses right now, and Penn State was counted out.
They probably are the true number 2 team in the country.
You think?
Yeah, I don't think they're better than Ohio State.
Oh, no, definitely not.
I want to see that game. I want us to win out. I want Indiana to win out. I want to see them in the Big Ten championship game. Like, I think as college football fans, like, it's owed that to us. So it's like we just got to get past Michigan, and I do think we are this year. I really do.
Oh, yeah. This year, for sure.
There's a lot of hype behind Michigan's quarterback, and it's like, yeah, I think he can be good. I don't think he's quite – like, I'm surprised at how much better Julian Saint's gotten throughout the year. Like, there's a legitimate argument to make he can win the Heisman.
You think?
Yeah, I think there's a legitimate argument. They're probably going to give it to the Indiana kid at the moment. But, I mean, if you saw week 1 Julian Saint against Texas, so, like, now you'd be like, yeah, he's probably.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, he had, like, 4 incompletions last week, 4 incompletions yesterday, like 3 the week before that. And it's like, dude's accurate. Dude throws bombs. It does help when you, look at the Bengals with Burrow and T. Higgins. Look at Flacco. It helps when you have 2 guys who can catch the ball. Not like the Browns need those, but it helps when you have 2 guys who can catch the ball. And it's like, yeah, look at Ohio State. You have Jeremiah Smith. You have Carnell Tate. You have all these weapons. And people like use it against him. And it's like, yeah, I didn't realize it was great to have awesome coworkers. It's such a horrible, it's such a detriment that I have great teammates around me.
Yeah, exactly.
It should be held against me. It's such a bad argument. It's a bad faith argument. That's a hater argument. That's I don't want to admit that the kid's actually pretty good. It's like, no, he's not throwing like 50%. It's like, no, he's like having like less than 5 incompletions a game, throwing deep balls to these guys, having great throws, great catches, all that stuff.
There was a stat coming out of this past week of he threw more touchdowns than he did incompletions.
Yeah, no, like that's like where we're getting to. It's like he's barely throwing incompletions. And he's throwing more touchdowns. And it's like, people are like, it's only because he has great receivers. And you're like, right, that's a ball knower. That one knows ball. It's like I've seen a lot of great quarterbacks at Ohio State. This is his first year here. He's going to have at least 2 more probably. It's like he could go down as one of the best Ohio State quarterbacks if he keeps this up. If he really is able to keep this up and just get better, he could probably be one of the best quarterbacks.
You think
at
he'd
Ohio
do
State.
Another 2 years?
Why not?
I easily think so,
I mean, I
especially
could
with
see-
NIL.
This is
Oh
technically
yeah, NIL too.
but this is technically his first year. He got
It
redshirted.
is.
Like,
That's what I
this is his
mean.
first
You're
year.
looking at a first year. Okay,
He's like 19.
Yeah.
Like he's like, if he was 20 or 21, I'd be like, well, we probably have him one more year. It's like I think he's like 19, maybe 18, maybe 18.
Can I open the door to an inquiry of like, what does negotiations look like for a kid in this role? It's like am I committed to Ohio State? Because how do kids like transfer and everything? You hear those stories of like, you know, a Joe Burrow didn't see his opportunity, he left, or you know, Baker took a switch.
He went like 2-3 different schools.
So is there like a contractual commitment to a college where I can't go play somewhere else?
No, absolutely not.
Right. So what's stopping, like, why would I keep playing Doug? Because I'm going to look at Les Wexner and go like, do you know how well I did?
Oh, he's going to get paid.
And you sell Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
I want $20 million.
Yeah, no, like he's going to get paid. Look at the.
What do you
again,
think the cost is for that? It's not $20 million.
I mean, Jeremiah
like-
Smith is making like $8 million this year. And like
That's
Julian
crazy.
Sayin just showed up, so he's not making like obviously that, but like
But
I'm sure
again,
next year he'll make $4 million. And it's like unless you see yourself being the top 10 pick, you know, this is like the Shador thing. It's like everyone's like, oh, he had to go. Like he was graduating, but it's one of those like if he could have gone back another year. Actually, better example, the Texas kid from last year. I can't think of his name. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
the Texas kid
The Texas
from last year.
quarterback. I cannot think of his name.
Oh,
Manning?
No. Manning was the backup, the starter last year that lost to Ohio State.
yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Oh
Quinn
my
Ewers.
God.
Oh,
Quinn
yeah.
Ewers. He went to the draft and he was drafted in like the 6th or 7th round by the Miami Dolphins. The University of, and again, you still made it to the NFL, but you're probably making like maybe $1 million. He was offered like $4.5 million to go play at Miami this year, like the Hurricanes. And he didn't take it. He went to the draft. And it's like, that's a big conversation these kids are going to have, you know, like if you're a kid and you're on the fence of like, you could go in the first, but realistically we see you probably like in the 3rd or 4th round, go back to school.
Right.
Like if Drew Aller had another year of eligibility left, he would go back to Penn State for another year because he's probably not going to go in the first, or if he does, it's going to be like a toss-up one. And it's going to be like, but you could probably make another $5 million playing at Penn State for one more year. And you're in college. Like you're a college kid making $5 million in a year. You know, so that's why it's like, no, like for Julian Sayin, unless like next year they're like, oh, he's a number 1 pick in the draft. Like someone's going to take him 1, or he's at worst top 5 pick. He's not going to go. He's going to come back another year. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't
We have
you?
like a mini dynasty here. And it's like, if you're in no rush, like I'm serious. I think he is only like 19. Like he's
Yeah.
a very young kid still.
Exactly.
Like there would be no rush. Like the Mendoza kid for Indiana, he's like 22. It's like, yeah, he's got to graduate. I'm pretty sure he is graduating.
Dude, imagine having $1 million before you could literally go buy alcohol.
Dude.
You get what I'm like?
Imagine having
No, but like put
100,000.
yourself in that position. You remember you're saying, I think he's like 19. Imagine when you were 20.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot legally go to a store and buy it. I can't drink it. Like
I can't buy a 6-pack, but I could buy that G-Wagon.
I could buy your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could own Johnny's Deli,
Mhm.
but you can't sell me a beer.
And half the people in the country are saying I'm only earning it because I have great receivers.
That's just absurd.
Yeah, it's like
We're talking dumb money to children.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There was an economics class like 2 years ago in high school.
And then they're like, you know, it was crazy. Justin Bieber was going 150 miles per hour in his Lamborghini in a neighborhood.
I can't
It's
believe
like-
he would do that.
He could own the neighborhood.
Probably told him that too.
I'd
As
be
he was
like,
getting
you know
arrested.
what? I think I'm buying 20 mansions
this
now
day, that
just so
is-
I could speed past them.
To this day, that is one of the best mech shots of all time. Just grinning, just he's just happy as can be.
No, yeah, he was.
I
it
got
was-
some street cred.
It was very
It was
Pablo.
so great.
It was very Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, like he just I don't care. I'm Justin Bieber. I'm gonna be out
I will be racing as soon as I get out of here.
Literally, they didn't even say I needed to take the photo. I told them to. I wanted them to take the photo.
Say cheese.
He said that to them to take the photo. No, but that's like the thing. It's like the same kid. Yeah, I could see he's not going to win the Heisman this year because they're going to be like, oh, it's
Which is
probably,
wild.
you know. But he will be a top 5. I think even a top 3 for the Heisman.
100%.
It's like if this keeps going up, like these
He'll be sitting up there,
Oh yeah, and it's like his first year,
which he deserves.
Oh, 100%.
And let's be real. Okay, let me ask you a question. Johnny Manziel,
Mhm.
Mr. Oscar the Grinch garbage dweller who still finds his way to be relevant. His claim to fame is that he's the first to do it freshman year.
Yeah, he's the first freshman to win it.
Is this freshman year better, more impressive, more deserving than that freshman year of Johnny Manziel's?
No, because Johnny was a true freshman. This kid wasn't. This kid spent a
Fair.
year at Alabama. He was at Alabama for a year. Nick Saban
Right.
actually talked about it. He's like, I can't believe I put him on the scout
Yes,
team.
yes, he
No,
did say that.
Johnny literally a year ago, like at this point, was like playing in a high school game, and then he goes into Tuscaloosa and beats Alabama. His Heisman year speaks for itself. Everything he's done after that also speaks for itself. It doesn't dissuade. Well, like when they talk about like the great Heisman, like individual year winners, his is usually like in the top 10. Like Johnny's really was like it was like you couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe that this is an 18-year-old walking into like Alabama prime dynasty. It'd be like if a kid from like Wisconsin walked into Ohio State right now and just walked all over them, and then took Wisconsin to like a 10-2 record, but beat like Ohio State, Michigan, and like 2 other huge schools. And it's like this kid last year was in like economics class at 7:30 in the morning, eating a chicken patty sandwich at 10:30 with a carton of milk for lunch. Like it was like one of those like this doesn't happen. A kid having the first year eligibility like given back to him as like a red shirt and playing well. It's like, yeah, I could see that happening. Like it's more plausible for it to happen. Johnny's was like the first like, why is this kid this good? Makes no sense.
Yeah, that's fair. So keeping on the thing. So, well, I don't want to depart it too quick. So Omar Cooper Jr., I do want to say this is one of the coolest catches we'll see this year.
He got both feet in too, which
Both
is crazy.
feet in. You know what? We do have to watch this just one more time.
This is cool too.
Just because it's to catch this. He hovers in the air.
Yeah.
And it happens so fast you really don't see it. But he gets the first foot. The fact is, look at the ref right there, right in it.
Locked in.
Probably knows his role.
Probably 30 milligrams of Adderall right before the game. I know exactly where I need to look.
Right here, right here, right here, right here. That's it. That's it. That's in.
He goes like this and starts chest bumping him.
I know I'm right. So it's awesome Saturday football. Now to transition, if that's gonna be considerations for best play of the year, let's look at college football's been
a
great.
really great year for it.
But I want to transition here to recapping week 9. Here's some of the best plays of week 9. This was awesome. We never get to see kick returns. So to get to see this at the beginning of the game.
That was so clean. Nobody touched. No one came close to touching him.
It was great.
Another return? Or it's a punt?
Woo-wee.
Man, I got to give Minnesota credit for winning that game.
Yeah, that was great. Even the Chargers didn't do nearly as well as... I mean, they kept the Titans in this. Falcons showed that they were still doing pretty well, too.
They're playing right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That was a crazy game, that Bears-Bengals game.
Wild. Ooh.
I can't believe McCarthy underthrew him.
Right?
Like, air that thing out.
Yeah, so we had a good week last week. Crazy upsets. I mean, first, definitely, if we're gonna get into our predictions, And then we're going to get to our parlay picks because we're making you money. We're on a roll. You want to get on this train because we're making money. No bellies full of sugar. It's great. Anyway, we'll get to that. Anyway, our predictions. Steelers beat the Colts.
Yeah, they did.
That's
I watched that game.
crazy.
I watched that game too, and I saw the old Danny Dimes that I've always known. He looked like scared.
Yeah.
He did. Like you could see they did like a close up in his face, and I saw someone tweeted it, and they're like, "I've seen this face before. It was a nice run, Indy." And I was like, and they're like losing right now, and I'm like, yeah, he kind of looks a little like the old Daniel right now. You're no longer Indiana. You're Danny. You're Dan.
You're Dan.
Yeah.
And then the other one that kind of surprised me, the Bills and the Chiefs. You know, you've been having this position where the Chiefs are getting their momentum going. They're getting their feet under them. Bills
I'm going to come to the Chiefs' defense. Bills always get them in the regular season, and
That's
then they
so
go
true.
home crying in January. Until that changes, it's going to stay the same.
Oh,
I think they
100%.
said they're like 1-7 against the Bills in the regular season, but they're like undefeated against them in the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah, it's a crazy stat. It's sort of like I like looked into it then after. It's like, yeah, I think like the Chiefs have only beaten the Bills like once in the regular season, but like they haven't beat them in the post.
That's wild.
Isn't it? You're like, oh my God. Like you always think it's like a one-sided affair. It's like, no, it's not. You guys just lose the wrong game.
I gotta tell you, it is funny when you see the end of the game because it does happen often enough. Like you're just throwing the stat. You see the end of those games, and because Patrick Mahomes is a competitor, he's always so pissed.
Oh yeah.
At this point, I'd be giddy.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
be like, this is how history goes.
Yeah.
If I lost that game, I'd be cocky as hell until we lost in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I'd just be like, oh yeah, this is how it goes. Good job.
Yeah. Nice job, Josh.
Well done.
Nice job, Josh. Enjoy my game in February.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like the sad.
Are you gonna hold me up when I hold the trophy?
Yeah, that's like the sad thing. It's like it's so earlier in the year. Like, but that's when I saw that stat, I was like, yeah, it does kind of always seem to go that way. They'll beat them like in like November or something, and it's usually a pretty good game.
I'm real quick, not to cut you off. I'm glad you brought us to attention. The Falcons and the Colts right now. I can't believe how close this game is. The Colts, what is this fall off? You guys, when we did our mid-season review where it's like, who's the team to really watch out for? There is a tier of teams that had a loss that are like, damn, these are pretty damn good teams. And then it was the Colts that just hadn't lost. They're just a tier above. Talk about a fall off 2 weeks in a row.
Skepticism.
Falcons?
That's where my skepticism was. It's just like, and again, they could still
They
win
needed
this
to be
game.
challenged. That's what we're seeing.
It's not even challenged. It's like Daniel Jones wasn't turning the ball over. And like last week against the Steelers, they were only down 7 at like halftime. There was already like 3 turnovers. And it's like, okay, the fact you're still in this game is, like Pittsburgh's only so good, in my opinion. Like they're only so good. You guys are still kind of in this game. You can't be turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And then I think today it's like, I think there's been a few turnovers, and it's like, guys, like you're playing really clean football for a while, and you're a good team when you do, but it's like the Sam Darnold thing, kind of like how I've always been. Like people this year, Sam Darnold's playing out of his mind. It's like, yeah, I want to see a high pressure game in late December where it's like, yeah, you have to win this game or your season's probably over. I need to see him win a game like that. Because like these other teams, like I've seen them win games like that. And that's why it's like the Chiefs. It's like, no, I'm not worried. If they sneak into the playoffs, no one's going to really want to play the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You just aren't going to. I like Buffalo will not want to play the Chiefs in the playoffs. They may look at you and be like, no, dude, we got to get one on them. I'm going to be like, if I watch them send your sorry ass home and hear about it for 6 months afterwards, I'm going to be like, history. It's like the definition of insanity. You can have us in November. You're not getting us in January.
Right.
So, that's kind of where it is.
Speaking of history and just unable to escape destiny, this was a great, sweet moment coming from last week. It's a bittersweet existence here in Cleveland, and watching Cleveland Browns legend Joe Flacco just tear it up when he gets a solid offense around him. It is gratifying when the asshats that call our plays and control the locker room, kind of get pressed on it a little bit.
See what Joe Flacco is doing down there in Cincinnati, even if you're not watching the game, throwing touchdown passes all over the field. What do you think? We couldn't put those numbers up with the receivers you have here.
Yeah, I don't really have a comment on Joe or any players on other teams, so I don't think it's appropriate.
We're gonna look at the tape.
Yeah, yes, we're gonna look at the tape.
Dude, I cannot stand him.
Yeah.
I cannot stand
Oh, I'm
him.
so done with him.
I-
It's you know what's funny is, can I tell you, 32 years of loving the Browns.
It's a lifestyle.
We're going to end this show in probably the next 10 minutes. We're going to make you some money with our parlay picks. I'm enjoying some football here. There's going to be a long day of football. If you're catching us on Twitch right now, and if you're not, and maybe it's Twitter or wherever else, you should head over to Twitch because I'm going to be Fortniting all day. The Lulu. It's going to be a blast. Why? Because I'm just going to be watching football. Will the Browns come across? Maybe.
We're gonna see how the first few minutes go.
Maybe. But I'm at a point where I look at these people, like you said,
What do you mean,
this
these
guy,
people?
these people.
These losers.
Yeah,
These
losers.
losers in Cleveland.
And it's just crazy that I'm here on a Sunday and I'm like, oh, there's a game. I have errands. I have errands to run, chores to do in my house so I can play Fortnite tonight.
We literally had a bye week, and there's a realistic chance we lose to the Jets if only won one game. And you know what? If we go on a bye and lose to the Jets, I'm going to want Stefanski back. Give me another year. Just because I know the people's minds, like they can't know what to make heads or tails with the Kevin Stefanski thing. Not us three. We've been on it for a minute now. But like there are people out there now who'll be like, oh, he was the 2-time coach of the year. Yeah, bring him back. Bring it back. Why not? Burn this thing down. Burn it down. I don't care.
Well, we just lost D Podesta. He's going to be leaving us.
Oh, we lost Poindexter. We lost Poindexter back to
He's going back to baseball.
Yeah, the Moneyball guy didn't work out in football. Let's send him back to baseball where you can buy on base percentage. That's great. That's you can really transfer that to football.
Misery.
Only
That's
our
why it's just
Only our franchise would look at be like, get the baseball guy. Get the baseball guy.
I think that's our secret. Our big secret is we got the baseball guy. All right. Now it's time to get our predictions in for this week. Week 10's looking a little, I don't know. Anyway, the Raiders surprised me. I was shocked that
that game sucked so bad.
Well, okay. It's not that the Raiders surprised me. Let me be clear. It's the Broncos. Again, back to our mid-season teams to look out for. Broncos were a part of that conversation. We didn't think they were going to be dominant, but we definitely thought they were worth your attention. Who is this team?
Yeah.
So to get almost blown out by the Raiders, big oof.
They're 8 and they're what? What did it say? 8
Yeah,
and 2?
8-2.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they're 8 and 2.
And you did that
But they're
against the Raiders?
But it's like the funny part is the NFL, at the end of the day, a win's a win. I think I saw a Kansas City stat last year. I think they said they were 11-0 in one score games. And this year they're 1-4. And it's life can come at you fast. It doesn't matter what team you are. And that could change how your season is.
Yes.
And you could have a great month of football. And the Denver can win the next 4 games and score 28 points each. It wouldn't surprise me either way. But then you could have you kind of play to their level, kind of get out a grimy win. But a win's still a win. Unfortunately, that's the Browns. It ruins our draft picks.
Win still a win. All right, checking out the international game as it's closing out here right now, live. Colts got the ball. They're moving it. Could they take it back from the Falcons? I cannot believe I think it just closed. Falcons win. Yeah, crazy. No.
They're setting up to
All right, this
field
is
goal.
a heck of a drive. 37 seconds left. We kind of, it's not to stall it out, guys, but
Come on,
we do kind of have to watch this.
Come on, Danny.
They could set themselves up with a position for a field goal, and then we might have overtime.
What down is it? 4th?
4th down.
Yeah, they're kicking.
Oh, my geez.
How long is the kick, though? Oh, and they're icing the kicker.
All right, real quick. Let's keep going then. We're going to revisit this back here in a second. Saints, Panthers. Doug, can you monitor that while we do this?
I think the Panthers are going to win.
All right, I'm going with the Panthers.
The
Definitely.
Saints are starting Tyler Shuff. I know that. They're
Oh.
pick from last year.
That'll be interesting to see. I mean,
it's going to be bad.
I
I
agree,
think it's going to be bad.
but you don't know.
But
Hey,
I think they went into this year 100% going in the mindset of like, we're looking for the quarterback next year. Almost surprisingly, like what I thought another organization should do. But now we're in a controversy a little bit.
those happen. Giants, Bears. I'm going with the Giants.
You know what? I think the Giants could win that game.
This is going to be a good game.
I want to
though.
go with the Giants. I want Jackson Dart to win.
I gotta say, the way we've been talking about the Bears, the last 2 weeks they've shown good games. This is
Yeah.
going to be a good game, but I'm going with the Giants.
Funny enough, I just still don't think the Bears coach is sold on Caleb Williams.
Oh, I agree.
You know, for how many points they scored last week, there's like, just always looks like just not even a disappointed dad, just more like, oh, God, I got to work with you still. Like, it's weird.
Jags, Texans, Jaguars are going to be, I think, the dominant
I have
team
no
here,
idea. I have no idea.
but boy, I'm rooting for the Texans.
Yeah,
we have to. We
yeah,
have to.
yeah,
Well, we have
yeah.
our bias, but I really think okay. If I'm picking unbiased, who's the better team? Who should win? It should be the Jags.
It
Definitely.
should be the Jags. Houston's so weird. 2 years ago, I did not
Really?
think Houston would not be in this position.
But boy, it's like you're looking at a Ferrari with a pop tire. Still a
like,
Ferrari,
seriously.
and it's still driving. But is it driving well? But
I
it's
just hope-
driving. It'll get you there.
I just hope CJ Stroud fired his quarterback coach. He's got a bad track of quarterbacks there.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Bills, Dolphins. It's definitely a reason I was looking at the Bills game. You're going to see our parlay picks coming up. There's a reason I was looking this way.
Let's go
Hey,
with
real quickly, they made the field goal, tied it up 25.
Woo!
25.
How
We
much
got ourselves a
time?
game.
How much time?
25 seconds.
Yep.
All right,
I got to
that'll
tell
put
you
up
what, even if the Colts pull it out and they get to keep their lead, it's one of those you really shouldn't have had it this tight.
No, but you want to know, funny enough, those international games this year, you've seen a lot of weird stuff happen.
Good point.
You've seen a lot of weird like transitions.
Jet
Well,
lag.
guys,
Yeah, like there's
jet
something
lag,
to
man.
that.
Jet lag is real.
I'm going with the Bills. Surprisingly,
That's a shocker.
I'm going with
Tua
the,
doesn't sweeten the pot for you at all.
It's not even that. I just
Is he on the bench?
no.
Oh, dumb. Bummer.
I think Mike McDaniels wants to play him until he gets another concussion. At this point, there's like
it's a personal.
there's a dislike there or something. I can't quite put my finger on it, but like
You know what? I might lose my job, but you are never gonna say the word dog again.
you
Just-
are literally going. I'm losing my job, and you're going to lose your mind.
I don't want you to be able to eat cereal. All right, Ravens, Vikings.
Baltimore,
Really?
Lamar starting.
Yeah,
Lamar's
and they're long overdue. I do feel like the Vikings have lost their momentum. They're a little off kilter, so I think Ravens are definitely the strong
The
pick.
Vikings feel very, very much like a 4-4 team, and Baltimore does not feel like a 3-5 team. Because
Yeah,
Lamar's been
they've been
hurt.
beating
So for me,
themselves.
it's like no. I think Lamar. The best thing that happened to Baltimore was like 2 weeks ago when they got a win without Lamar. It was like, oh, that could actually really help you because then Lamar came back last week and he looked like Lamar.
True. Browns, Jets.
Browns. At the Browns. Going with the Browns. You should win. The Browns should win this game.
Browns
You had-
should definitely win this game, but Las Vegas is probably winning, and the Jets are going to come out on top.
You had a bye week and the number one defense. Kevin Stefanski should be able to be carried to this win.
But we're from Cleveland.
Let it go. We're starting a quarterback who threw a safety. He threw a safety.
Threw
for an
a
intentional
safety.
grounding safety.
Yeah,
You don't get
that's-
those often. I wonder what the odds were on that.
We found a way. Patriots, Buccaneers. This is going to be
This
a
is a
good
good
one,
game.
but I think I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Honestly,
I'm going with the Bucks because they had the bye. I think like
Yep.
that extra week preparation, get a few guys healthy. I think,
100%.
especially in Tampa. I think the bye week should help. That's like my thing with the Browns. It's like you've had 13 days to prepare for the New York Jets. You should win this game.
Yep.
For like Tampa, it's like, yeah, you're playing a good Patriots team. You guys, some guys back. I think Bucky Irving's playing. I don't know if Godwin's playing, but you got Ibuka's back, and it's like you guys should win. You guys should win. I think it'll be an ugly win, but you should win.
I agree. But you're definitely going to see a good football game, I think. Cardinals, Seahawks, the battle of the birds. I'm going with the Seahawks.
I'm going with the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks.
By bigly. I'm going with the Seahawks, bigly.
Kyler's not even starting. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't find that to be a huge deficit, but Seahawks.
I'm out on Kyler as a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I
I've
mean.
kind of moved on from it.
Rams 49ers.
This is a good one.
This is a great
really
game.
good game.
This is top dogs duking it out. I think the Rams are going to be the winner, but do not count out the 49ers. And I will reserve the right. If the 49ers win this, I get to start talking about the 49ers the way I wanted to talk about the 49ers, which is they're pretty freaking good. So if they win this game, I reserve the right to get back in that camp. But if they don't, then it's like, all right, they are always going to be a top moderate team. This will be fun.
I think Kyle Shanahan's the best coach in football.
That's what I mean,
He's
dude.
the best coach in football.
I'm sitting here like
I'm with you on the Rams, but I'm very much impressed with what the Niners have done with all the injuries. They've had so many injuries on offense and defense. I'm really impressed with this team. If they win this game, I will join you in that. I'll be like, no, like they are deserving of the conversation. He should win coach of the year, which he won't because they give it to loser coaches that somehow make it pretty
make him feel bad.
Like a bad organization look pretty good, and then they like can champion him for like 5 years and make it like, oh my god, he's the best thing since sliced bread. But Kyle Shanahan, good coach.
I agree. Lions, Commanders. I'm going with the Commanders. No, I'm just kidding. It's the Lions.
The Lions need to win this.
They need to.
After losing to Minnesota in a game where I really felt like you should have handled Minnesota, you need to win this game.
So one thing I was about to say,
out.
one thing we didn't really talk about, and we wouldn't show the video, and we really wouldn't address it much, but Jaden Daniels' leg literally just went.
He literally is
backwards.
having, and I hate to say this, he's having his RG3 year. RG3 had a great rookie year, won rookie of the year, and then his next year he had a bad injury, and he was never the same. I'm praying that's not the same.
Terrible injury.
Yeah,
this is like that Nick Chubb where his knee went inside out.
Yeah.
This guy's foot went backwards.
Yeah.
It was so terrible to see.
I'm really praying it's not the same circumstance that ends up for a career, mainly because I don't want him to become super, super corny like RG3. But I do remember that. I remember first year he won rookie of the year easily, should have won rookie of the year. And then next year, really bad injury, and he was never quite the same. And like that was it. Because then Kirk Cousins went in and was like, yeah, your career was done.
Right. But as far as the Commanders go, that they're going to be a struggling team this season now, especially in the shadow of that. So I think the Lions are definitely going to be the victors. All right, Sunday night football. We're looking at the Steelers-Chargers. This is going to be a good game. I so badly need it to be the Chargers. I'm rooting for the Chargers, but I don't know if you saw last week's game. I have a hard time believing it's not going to be the Steelers.
I don't know.
Steelers in the spotlight. This is a golden organization. Yeah. They know when to step. It's not even that they know. They rise to the occasion when the occasion presents itself. This is that. This is a need to win game. They've got the conference. It's one of those like you don't have to worry about the Ravens or the Bengals. You got it. But what you do have concerning over here is dominance. If you can win this, you are crawling yourself from the depths to being one of the dominant teams of this entire division.
Here's the thing. If they lose and Baltimore wins, then the conference is a bit more in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Like this
so
is
they have to win.
This is a big win game. This is a must-win game.
And the Chargers, they have it. They have it, dude. They have depth in terms of.
I just don't trust Herbert. I really don't.
Yeah,
I really
been
don't.
Coming in deflated.
I'm so over the dialogue that he's some great quarterback. I think athletically he is, but there's something to him where I'm like, he plays pretty poorly in games where it's like, man, really?
Yeah,
like,
the one we need you.
Yeah, and like he's always given like the pass.
Well, this is that game.
He's always given the pass. Yes, like if you're him, it's like you need to win this game. Like
so it'll be good to see. Sunday night football under the lights. Everybody's watching. Need to win game. Huge pressure. This is going to be we probably need a watermark it. We need to come back to it. This is one that
you're playing a pretty mid Steelers defense.
Yeah,
like,
if you don't lights up
like the Steelers of old, like
we need to revisit this next week because I'll be curious to see how this one plays out. But if I gotta close my eyes, pick the best, I really do think the Steelers are going to be the team that has the edge in a game like this.
I agree. I do too.
Going to Monday Night Football, Eagles, Packers.
Eagles. The Packers. I'm out on the Packers. I'm out
really?
on the Packers. Yeah, I'm out on the Packers.
Whoa.
They've had some games where I've been like, really? That's all you did? Or like you lost? Like you should like even aside from the Browns win, like the tie, it's like, how did you tie that? You should have won that. Like their season easily, I could see it being what it is now or better, but like I'm unimpressed overall.
And I believe the Eagles are coming off a bye, so it's one of those.
And you're playing the Eagles are still the Eagles.
Yeah.
Like they have the 2 losses, but it still feels like, yeah, they're the Eagles. Like that's the best roster in football. They're playing the best roster in football. And it's like, I think Jordan Love is a good quarterback. I don't think he's as nice as the prior 2 Green Bay quarterbacks have been.
I think you're probably right. All right, so let's start closing out the episode. Doug, do we have any updates on the game?
It just started overtime, so not much. Right
Oh,
now.
geez. Buckle up. We're see Sunday football right off the bat. I kind of like these foreign games. Get a little one game. Give me one game to start
One
off
game is
early.
fine,
It's
yeah.
fun. I enjoy it.
I'm glad it's not every week. Like I thought
yeah.
it was done, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, it's a 9:30 game." I was like, "Oh, that's a nice change of pace." You know what I mean? But
So-
it's like if it's every week, that's too much.
Right, I
That's too
agree.
much.
So did the guys in the studio today feel extra comfortable, too comfortable maybe? It's probably because we don't have to just fill our gullets full of ices, sugar water. Do we have any? So for those that don't know, that are new around these parts, we have to chug an ice if our parlay doesn't hit for you because we're trying to make you money. And we have to have stakes that are high to make it motivate us to bring home the W. So
Back in your place, trash.
the beauty is we kind of were on a Doug. We were kind of on a roll here where we weren't able to get out of the rut. It was a rough start, but now we're cooking.
Mhm.
And so we want to keep the momentum going. Last week we won and the picks went well. So coming at you this week, let me do it. Boom. Jackson Smith Nickba. Anytime touchdown score. That's for the Seahawks. And then Doug went with David Montgomery rushing and receiving 50-plus yards. And I went with James Cook against the Dolphins. Anytime rushing, receiving. That's going to be hopefully pretty easy for us. So we're bringing you home free money. Get in on the dub and enjoy some Sunday football. But if besides it all, if we made you laugh, if you had some fun waking up with us and reviewing football as we get prepared for a fun day of Sunday football, be sure to like and subscribe so we're here each week and you don't miss us. We always have different content from our Tuesday show, and we have a show before this, our reactions channel. And if you're looking for one place to find all of this content, you can find it in one central location, and that's at our website at www.rethinktankpodcast.com. We're going to be streaming Fortnite, so hang around if you're looking to have some fun later. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.